Good morning, traders, and welcome to this week's weekly market analysis, Monday the 17th of June. All right, this week we have quite a bit of data coming out. The highlight for us locally is we have the RBA interest rates decision happening tomorrow. We also have from the UK interest rates decision from there, plus their monetary policy. PMI data coming out from Europe on Thursday, US retail sales, so quite a few things coming out. I've got them all listed here. Have a look, take your time, pause the video, but that's what we have this week. Make sure that you don't get caught up in any trades that you do not want to be part of. All right, with that said, let's kick off and start off our analysis with the Aussie US dollar. All right, Aussie US dollar, this is our chart. Now I've got two yellow marks on there. Let me zoom in a little bit. Last week I said there is a setup already over here, and I think we saw it on this candle. Let me just count back on the candle so that I can see. So it's today, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It possibly already had missed it, so some of you may have got it from the week before. Regardless, that trade's finished. There is another one now. Okay, this two that I'm highlighting here in yellow, it's an inside candle set, and it's occurring on that top Oops, let me see it. It's occurring on that top resistance line of that converging triangle. There you can see it. I'm just zoomed right out so we can see it. And here's the bottom line. So the market's been trading inside there. So with that particular one, it has triggered. Some of you may be on this trade already. It triggered on Friday. So the entry point will be around about there, and we're trying to head in this direction. So as I speak to you this morning, the trade has triggered, but I have been talking about it. So hopefully some of you are on that one, and we just need to wait and see how that one plays out before we can see anything else on this particular setup. All right, so that's my Aussie US for this week. Let's move along, have a look at the Euro USD. Euro USD, similar story. We're tracking this triangle, and last week we were at this level here, and I made two marks on my charts, and I said I'm happy to go. If the market goes towards me, I'll be looking to sell. If it comes down, I'll be looking to buy. So it looks like it's coming towards the downside. So we're not quite there, but we're very close. In an ideal situation, it would be great if we could get candles that look something like this. So let's say this is this morning's candle. If this candle could turn around and become a red candle and just go down a little bit, and then tomorrow we were to get, say, a little blue candle inside, that would be my trigger at the break of the high, that I could become a buyer in this particular market. So this one, please place it into your short watch list, because we are very, very close to possibly triggering something with this one. Okay, so that was the Euro USD. The top mark, I'll just leave it there just so that I remember what I'm looking for, but it's highly likely that we may get a trigger on the bottom side as a buy. Okay, so there you have it, Euro USD. US yen. Okay, US yen is that one that, as I mentioned before, got triggered by that big spike, that big movement, which is quite significant. It's we're talking around about a 680, nearly 700 pip movement, and then we've been waiting for the market to really settle back down. And until I leave that area, okay, I'm not interested. I may become interested, as I've mentioned before, if I get a nice setup on the boundary to become a sell. All right, but if I see, I will let you know. At the moment, US yen, we're just leaving it alone, and we are not doing anything with this particular market. Okay, let's move along. Let's have a look at the GBP USD. GBP USD, all right, again, similar story, converging triangle. You can see there that top line, it's coming in and it's moving down. So now what we're hoping is to go downwards. Let me zoom in. I believe some of you did receive an email, maybe on this already. We can see the setup there, the two candles that I've highlighted. Let me just try and circle them carefully. It's an inside candle setup. Okay, it's occurring on that top resistance. So the entry would have been at the break of the inside candle in a downward direction. So this trade currently is up a significant amount. Let's see how this one plays out. But if you're seeing this for the first time today, the trade has already triggered, so we need to wait this one out before the next situation. Now, I have been tracking these patterns for quite a while, and they're quite clear. So what we'd like to see now is the market move in this direction, and so we can capitalize on that work that we've been doing over the last few weeks. Okay, so there you have it. That's my GBP USD. Let's move along and have a look at oil, WTI. Oil is at the moment doing this kind of downward momentum, and I'm really looking in this cluster for a good set of candles to indicate to me that it wants to go in this direction. I haven't got that as yet, so I'm still looking. However, please note the following. If this little cluster keeps going up and breaks that high, so if it gets up to here somewhere, for example, at that point, the trend would be broken and I would no longer be looking for a downward trade, and I would have to reassess the whole thing again. Okay, so as long as we remain under that level, we're looking right here for two candles that would indicate the market coming down, and if we see it, then we become sellers. Okay, if I do see it, I will make sure that I let you know. At the moment, it has not happened, but that is a scenario there with oil. All right, moving on to the last one for the week, gold. Okay, gold. I called this trade out last week. Okay, I said last week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We were on this little blue candle here that I'm pointing at, and I said we need to wait for this candle to complete. It did complete as an inside candle, so the entry would have been over there in this direction. At the moment, the trade is up and still in progress. So what we want to happen is for it to move further in this direction so that we can make some profit on this particular setup. All right, so if you've seen this for the first time today, again, you've missed this one, so you need to wait for this to complete, and then before we reanalyze and see what's next on the gold markets. Okay. All right, so there you have it, guys. That's our analysis for this week. Again, remember, RBA interest rates come out tomorrow. UK interest rates on Thursday. We have PMI data from Europe this week. We also have US retail sales, so quite a lot happening. Please have a look on the bulletin right here next to me. I've listed them there for you. Have a great trading week, and I will speak to you next week for the weekly market analysis. Bye for now.